Business over drinks. Business over drinks. This is Dave and Terng. This is business over drinks.
Lessons from 2022.
Hey everyone, welcome to Business Over Drinks. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. How you doing, Terng?
Not too bad, man. This is going to be our last recording for 2022, and it's going to come out in 2023 because we are really slow with the editing.
Exactly. So I'm going to try and smash this out today, as long as Terng doesn't distract me with his foul humor and the uncensored stuff he sends me. He needs to start censoring the pictures he sends me. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment on all our platforms. We are everywhere. And so we're going to make this quick and snappy. Terng, what is, from all the guests we've had either this year or in the previous years, what's like one key lesson you've learned from them?
So I'm going to actually bring up something that I learned from one of the guests that we haven't published the episode yet. Hopefully, we'll be publishing that pretty soon. It's from an amazing podcaster called Lingya. She has her own podcast, so This Is My Why. And she has an amazing attitude towards actually getting things done. Because I think her entire thing was she's never done podcasting before. She thought it was really interesting. She didn't have any equipment. She didn't have any knowledge on how to do things. So all she did was she sat down and she just started doing things. And what I mean by doing things is she went and said, okay, cool. How do I set up my podcast? Who do I talk to? What do I talk about? And rather than just thinking about it for hours, days, weeks, months, and not really moving forward, she would just go and try. And then she's done really amazing things like set up like meetup sessions with her listeners, done a bunch of stuff that, David and I aren't that great at doing. And she's been doing podcasting, I think, in less time than we have, but she's been crushing it. So I learned a lot of stuff from her. I think we learned a lot of stuff from her, and I think a podcast is going to be awesome.
Yeah, she actually, through her hustle, she managed to make it to the James Corden show, I believe, and talk to the big boss there or something like that.
The executive producer on James Late Night with James Corden.
Yes, so definitely look forward to that podcast, and I agree with you, Terng.
Was it Jimmy Fallon?
No, it's James.
I don't know, but yeah, one of the late night guys.
I agree with you. It's analysis paralysis sometimes, and sometimes we can think of a million excuses, which I'm guilty of, rather than just getting shit done, right? Which brings me over to what I've learned from multiple guests, and in particular, that stick to my mind, Dundee Kim and Jace Tan. So check them out, and maybe Matthew from Protein Supplies Australia as well, is where they don't focus on the negative stuff. For anyone who runs a business, Terng, you probably know this. It's not as easy as what people think it is. It's extremely stressful. But these high level people who are doing really well in business, they mention things that have, for example, I've had to lay someone off, or for example, this month was a pretty bad month, but they sweep it away instantly and talk about the good stuff they're working on, or they talk about the solutions of what they're going to do. And I think sometimes we can get wrapped up in all the bad stuff that's happening in the world and in our lives that we just forget to do. We forget to realize that there are people out there who are younger than us, who are doing much better than we are because they're focusing on getting shit done, which brings back to your first point. So my biggest lesson is to stop giving power to the negative stuff and start giving power to just getting shit done and kicking goals and remembering that there are people out there who are working harder than you and doing better than you because they're focusing on the right things.
Definitely, man. I couldn't agree more with that because I think when I'm running my business, one of the issues I faced when I was first starting, and I think even still to this day, I still do this sometimes, is I kind of get stuck feeling sorry for myself. If things don't work out that way, things don't go my way, people leave, clients don't stay or say really mean things in the comments, which they do all the time. It affects you. It affects me. I think it'll affect anyone, right? But listening to people like you mentioned, Dundee Kim, Jay Stan, Matt Stallone, quite a few of the other guys as well. All you kind of have to do is just look ahead, figure out, okay, cool, learn the lessons from what happened before, and then move forward. That's literally it. You shouldn't be stuck on the negative. You shouldn't be stuck on the bad things. You shouldn't be stuck on the things that aren't going to help you improve. It's just like a negative. If they're telling you, if they're giving you feedback, even if it's harsh, take the lesson. Don't try and remove the feeling from it as much as possible. So become a robot. I think that's exactly what we learned from all this. Become an emotionless robot, right? That's what you have to do.
Yeah, so my soul is now a black pit of nothingness.
It's always been that way, but he hit it better than he's ever done
No,
before.
but yeah, there's definitely something lesson. I'll be implementing more so next year. I was learning that more towards the later half of this year, but now I think I'm just smashing goals. So do expect some great stuff for Business Over Drinks next year. I think Terng and I have been. You probably noticed we're a bit. You probably haven't noticed. Who knows? But we have been a bit slack on our content because we've just been really busy with other projects. But I've cleared a lot of stuff up, so hopefully next year we'll be kicking some goals.
Yeah, we've been slow. I think people have noticed because I've been getting a lot of comments from my mom telling me that, why are you so slow? You shame me.
She says that even before this podcast, man.
Asians should be better. And I know I'm joking. She doesn't call me. So in all seriousness,
Yeah.
I agree with Dave. We're gonna absolutely crush 2023. It's gonna be an amazing thing. Everyone else who's podcasting, just stop. We're gonna win. We're gonna take your audience. We're gonna
Yeah,
take
just give up.
everything from you. We're gonna take your money. So you just send us the money first. Drop us the email at hello@businessoverdrinks so you can find out what our bank accounts are. So you can send us the money.
Yeah.
And then just give up, guys.
I don't mind any currency, man. I'm desperate.
Yeah, Dave takes USDT, Luna. He takes the FTX
Barter
token.
cards. Barter
Yeah,
cards.
yeah, he takes everything you want. IOUs, handwritten IOUs. Yeah, no.
Gentleman's
So,
handshake.
Dave, I know we want to keep this short and snappy, but maybe you can share with everybody kind of like a lesson that you learned, like an old school technique or tactic that you've been using in your business, your side hustles, your work that's been really useful. Something that
Yeah.
they can take away from this.
Yeah, so I've been doing this more for some consulting clients and stuff, and I think in the attention economy we're now in, you just need to be everywhere all the time. But everywhere all the time, I mean social media, SEO, content, and not just shit quality AI generated content, but good quality stuff. I mean, it can be AI generated, but you just got to proofread and so forth. But good quality stuff consistently all the time. And then you may say that just takes too much time. That's really hard. But that's what your competition is doing. So you've just got to do better than everyone else. And those who are succeeding out there, whether you like them or not, they're the ones who are everywhere all the time. And they're also not afraid to have an opinion about things. That's another thing I think will make you stand out, because so many people are so afraid of having their opinions heard that they become extremely boring. And we've actually had to reject a lot of guest offers because who are managers or middle managers, because we know they would have to play it safe. They can't say everything they feel because they'd be afraid of getting fired. So my lesson for everyone is be everywhere all at once, be everywhere with good quality content, and don't be afraid to have a voice.
Oh, that's really good. You kind of stole what I want to say as well, a little bit. So that sucks.
I win.
But I mean, I learned a couple of really valuable lessons, and things that I've implemented that have been very successful. I think that I've been doing for a while, but I think last year or this year, because we're still in 2022 while recording, but you'll only listen to us in 2023, is you kind of have to maintain a very, very, very simple philosophy if you're trying to sell something to someone, which is don't sell, but have a conversation, educate, add value. It sounds really simple, but it's super complicated. And what I mean by that is something as simple as, we've started doing EDM and email marketing now for my company, outside of Business Over Drinks. And what's really been helpful for us is we don't sell anything. We're not trying to push. We don't have a call to action to buy something. We literally just sharing things that we learned, focusing on, okay, what do our clients want to learn from us? What do our clients need? Let's try and provide as much value as possible to people who aren't our clients yet and see what they think. So
Yep.
I'm literally just pushing content. I'm helping people. I'm talking to clients. We got a really cool client recently that just signed up for some content and projects with us and PR projects with us because we just had an honest conversation with with the CEO and the country managers where they were asking us questions, and they flat out told me right from the beginning, we're not interested in working with an agency right now. We don't have the budget. We don't have the capacity to do it at the moment. I'm like, yeah, no worries. But if you have any questions when you ask me, the guy's like, okay, cool. I actually have questions. And instead of speaking for 15 minutes, which was actually a physical meeting because I met them in their office, the conversation lasted, I think, 1.5 hours.
Yep.
And then after that, that became a small contract. Then that became a bigger contract. And we're signing up for 2023. It's going to be a much bigger contract.
Yeah, great.
I never try to sell a single thing to anyone. And I think that's kind of the mentality that you have to have with everything you do. So in Business Over Drinks, we're not trying to oversell anything. We're not trying to push a narrative. We're literally just saying, we have a great platform. We like to have
Give us
conversations
money.
with people. Yeah. And then no, we are going to ask for money for sure. But like, our focus is not to sell. Our focus is really just to have fun. Things will come along with that. And as we have more and more honest conversations.
It's very true. Like we have a startup podcast, if you can call it that, and we get approached by alcohol companies, and they sponsor us with drinks. So, and we haven't approached them directly yet, and they just send us booze. So, yay for us.
That's the only reason I've been doing this podcast for that long. Well, anyway, I think that's what we came to share. So I want to thank everybody for an amazing 2022. I think we didn't do enough for you guys, but you guys have been amazing to us, all our listeners. People have been sharing. Really, I think both of us have been getting amazing feedback, really positive feedback and comments and messages from people who are telling us, hey, we actually listen to your stuff, or like, hey, I don't hate you as much after I heard your podcast. It's been an amazing ride.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't want to speak for Dave because Dave has his own voice. It's a bit squeaky, a bit weird, but he's got his own voice. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's been amazing.
Yeah, and I love getting the messages from debt collectors.
We heard you on the podcast. You said yeah.
It's pretty expensive looking equipment you've got there.
Well, what's your address? I'm coming over. And you're like, oh. All right, okay, guys. I think we gotta wish you all farewell. And yeah, we're really excited for what's coming up next with the podcast.
We already have some amazing guests lined up. The second week after this comes out, you're getting a new guest. So see you in 2023, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter, follow us in whatever channel there is, because we're most likely going to be there, and share us around. Thank you so much for your support.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya. Look, are you tired of struggling with design software?
Or hiring underwhelming designers?
Then it's time to try Yeti.
With Yeti, you can get top-notch design work without actually even lifting a finger.
You just submit your brief and let a team of professional designers work their magic.
You know the best part? It won't break the bank, David. It's really, really affordable.
Break the bank. Anyway, so if you want to step up your branding game like a boss, like me and Terng, give Yeti a shot.
Yeah, make sure that you go to our website, businessoverdrinks/offers, OFFERS, to see how it works.
Dude, it's .com/offers.
I don't care, man. businessoverdrinks.com/offers.
Trust us, you won't be disappointed.
Unless you actually don't like having a team of really talented designers doing your work for really free or cheap, not free, cheap. Then maybe you will be disappointed. Who knows?
This is what you get when we have a scripted ad. But you know what it is. Yeti lets you have a team of talented designers for the cost of less than one. All right, that's pretty much what it does. Check it out. So if you need some professional level design work, but you don't want to pay an agency, you don't want to pay an overpriced person, businessoverdrinks.com/offers.
That's right. Make sure to try Yeti now. Just go to our website, have a look, sign up through the link, guys. This will really help us out.
And the script says, you won't regret it, bro. That's right. You won't regret it, bro. And ma'am.
All right.